mission is to educate, empower, and protect families and communities. We are financial professionals that own agency, which can grow all over the United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, and soon in Guam. WFG allows someone like you and I to start and build our own financial services business. At the same time, gives us access to over 77 of the largest financial companies here in the United States. We are blessed to work with so many of the best rated companies. Odetta King is the #1 financial agency broker on the East Coast for our firm. She is super passionate about educating our community. She is a business professor at New York University, a proud and very active alumni of New York University. She speaks and offers financial literacy workshops at several public schools and churches in her local community. She is a 3-time author of the books, If You Ain't Stacking, Then You're Dropping, This Is Why You're Broke, and a Let's Get Rich Journal Planner, all on her website, odettaking.com, and on Amazon. And now her 4th book, she is currently writing, Playground Millionaires, How to Set Your Kids Up to Be Millionaire, which will launch next month. Most importantly, she's been with our firm 6 years, is a 6-figure diamond ring earner in WFG, and has helped hundreds of families with their personal financial goals while building a big financial agency of licensed professionals all across USA and Canada, so we can reach and help more families. I present to you Odetta King.
Hi, Kate. Good afternoon. I know it's probably morning. Kate, just for the audience, because I know we're recording this, can you quickly give your background so that some of us know who you are? Well, I do, but some people who may be watching this recording after the fact, and also those that are on right now. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background? How did you get started into WFG?
I'd love to. Thank you. Actually, I started out in ministry full-time. I served over 10 years in pastoral ministry. I served nearly 10 years with Los Angeles County Fire Department, and I'm headed towards another 10 years of serving in public works. 17 years ago, I was privileged to sit under the tutelage of Ed Milet out in Rancho Cucamonga, and he has been a very influential person in my life from that time. Life happens, and sometimes we can get derailed and get distracted, but God never fails. He holds us, he comforts us, and he guides us. So a little bit about myself. I have leaned heavily on the Lord, and he has brought me through a lot of things to give me an education and a passion for making this opportunity a direct line of ministry. Something I skipped out on earlier in my early years was the importance of health and wellness and building wealth as a family and as part of our legacy. I've come to understand that God loves us way more than we could ever imagine or think, and he has prepared a way to not only provide and help us grow our wealth, but to protect that and to pass that legacy and that heritage of holiness and abundance on to our children, our grandchildren, and posterity. That's a little about me. I have 7 children and married to a good man, and I work very hard. And the baby of those 7 kids is 17. And that is my greatest joy, is being a mom and now teaching my children about the fundamentals of finance. So I pray this blesses you today. I pray that you will take this to your leadership, to your pastors, pray on it, share it with your husbands as God leads you and guides you. And we are so blessed to have Miss Odetta with us. I'm a little starstruck by her, to be honest. And I really hope that you enjoy what she shares today and look further into her products and services, because she knows what she's doing and she knows what she's teaching, and she has integrity. She's a spiritual woman, and I trust her. Thank you, Odetta.
Thank you. I'm just as awestruck with all of your accomplishment. Oh my God! Speaking of a woman of God, it's truly an honor to be partnering with you. And I know God is definitely using us. A little bit of my background: I am also a woman of faith, and my home country is Guyana, where I lived for many, many years. And as an adult, and I migrated to the States when I was 18 years old. And a lot of my upbringing was in the church. I come from a very lineage of prayerful family. My grandmother, my aunts, my uncle, they were all in the church. In fact, I was also a Sunday school teacher. And after teaching Sunday school, I would go around homes in the neighborhood where we lived and do Sunday school in the yard, growing up in the islands. So I always knew that I was called to do great things. I just didn't know which vehicle it would be. But I love teaching, and God has called this upon my life to teach this financial information with everyone that I know. Because it would be a sin. It would be a sin to know that you have the cure for financial literacy and keep it to yourself. As we speak right now, I'm streaming live on social media because, again, my goal is everyone should at least know of this information. Whatever they do with it, that's on them. But our job is to share the information with everyone that we come in contact with. So that's a little about me in a nutshell, except for I love this business. I'm forever grateful to Angel, who is the person who introduced me to this opportunity about 6 years ago when I was teaching at Kingsbury Community College. And ever since, I kind of just picked it up and ran with it and made it my life mission to do this until the good Lord calls me home. And when I do go home, I'm going to have a lot of millionaire babies in heaven. So let's go to the slide so we can begin our presentation. So guys, it's ironic that we live in one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but yet still we have so much money problem. How many of you can attest? I mean, we go to school, we learn, how to get a good job, how to make good money, but they never really taught us how to grow that money, right? So as a result, there's two types of families. You have family A, which is 95% of us, right? And that's middle America. And this is how the pie chart looks when it comes to our money. Half of it, of course, goes to living expense. Rent and mortgage, the biggest. And then a third of it is going to go to taxes and then debt, right? So as a result, we see that people are retiring with retirement crisis, not enough money. Their kids are graduating with huge student loan the size of a mortgage. Thankfully, I was able to graduate from New York University with 0 student loan. How did I do that? Nothing but the grace of God and working hard. And then, of course, we spend more than we make. So that become a way of life. But what we want for the 5% is know how money works. Pay yourself first. It doesn't matter how much money you make. You got to put away some money first, right? And you got to save for your retirement. We don't want to wait until we're 40s and 50s, right? We want to start saving for retirement as soon as possible. Little money over time grows to big money. We also want to start saving for our kids' education, not until they're 10, 11, 12, but rather from birth and knowing where to put that money. And then, of course, utilizing proper protection. What does that mean? We'll find out more as we continue. So most people, obviously, they don't plan to fail, but they're going to fail because we do not know what we do not know. Amen? So let's talk about the 3 rules of money. When it comes to money, right, there's rules. And if we know them, we're going to win. And if we don't, we're going to lose. That's just how the cookie crumble. The first rule is compound interest. And one of my favorite, Uncle Albert Einstein, is the one that created this rule. He said, in order for us to know how many years your money is going to take to double, take 72 and divide it by the rate of return, which is the interest. And that will tell you how many years your money is going to take to double. So let's look at what that would look like if we apply it to numbers. If you have a newborn today, you have $10,000 that you've saved up or people have given you money and you put that money somewhere earning 4%, it's going to take 18 years to double. 72 divided by 4, it's 18 years. So now when your child is 18 years old, he's only got 20,000. And then when he's 36 years old, again, 40,000. What can we do with 40,000 in 36 years? Not a lot. Nobody can even retire with that amount. If we're getting 8%, now we're doubling every 9 years. So that's a little better, right? In 36 years, now we have 160,000. But what if we could get a higher interest, 12%? Now the money's going to double every 6 years. So in the same 36-year span, somebody's going to have 640,000. Now, all of them are saving money, but it's knowing where to save it to get that high interest. So the first rule is it's not only about saving money. I have a lot of clients that tell me, oh, that I'm saving money. I'm saving money in the piggy bank. I'm saving money at the bank. I'm saving money, but that's not it. Like, we got to look at how much interest are we earning where we're saving the money, because the difference between 4% and 12% is a whopping $600,000. Knowledge is not power unless it's applied. So all of us that are saving money right now, we got to go back to the drawing board and look at the interest it is earning. And that will give us an indication how many years your money is going to take to double. First rule. Second rule talks about taxes. And here they really got us good, because no one is really educating us on taxes and how it's going to affect your money. Most of us have our money in the tax now bucket. That's your checking, savings, CD, stocks, mutual fund. You're going to get taxed 3 different ways. The first way, when you get your paycheck, you pay tax on your paycheck. The second way, you put the money in these accounts. And every time the money grows, you're going to pay more taxes because it has grown. And then when you take the money out, you're also going to pay taxes again. So it is what it is, right? Tax later are now the people who had jobs. And if your job is giving you a retirement plan, this is one of the plans you're probably in. 401k, 403b, 457, IRA, annuity, pension, all great options, but they're better options. And I'm going to repeat that. They're all great options, but there are better options, right? So with these, you're not paying tax on the seed. We're going to pay tax on the harvest. So would anybody borrow money not knowing how much interest they're going to pay? No, we want to know the interest. So with these accounts, we're putting money away, which is going to grow. And when we need it at the most vulnerable stage of our life, we're ready to retire. This is when we're going to deal with the harsh reality of how much are we really going to get to keep if we don't know how much Uncle Sam is going to take in taxes. So I spoke to a client yesterday. He's already retired. He is 70 years old. And he took out $40,000. Out of that $40,000, he paid about $5,000 in taxes. Was he expecting that? No, he was not. So you actually have to take out more to account for taxes, right? So again, we want to caution people, it's okay to save in those buckets, but be aware that you're going to pay an unknown tax rate, which again, we do not know, right? So how are we controlling our future if we do not know what's going to happen with taxes? Are taxes going to go up or is it going to come down? Very important. Now, tax advantage is where the 1% have their money. This is where the rich people have their money. This is where people who are financially educated and understand taxes, this is where they put most of their money. Why? You're legally positioning your money to pay the tax today while taxes are all-time low because we do not know how much is going to go up in the future. So these accounts, I'm sure you've all heard, Roth IRA, 529 college saving, cash value life insurance, long-term care, executive bonus. These are where we want to educate the community on where they should be putting majority of their money, at least to win on the taxes. So if you have these accounts, kudos to you. And if you don't, which most people, when we do one-on-one presentations, we're finding that most people have 90% of their money in tax now and tax later. Why? Because no one never educated them on these basic 3 money rule concepts. Next slide. Third rule to money deals with your investment options. If you put your money in the bank, that's known as a fixed option. Your money is safe, but it is not growing, right? Because the interest is very low. If you put your money in the stock market, 401k, 403b, IRA, brokerage account, yes, it can grow when the market is up, but there's no safety. You're going to lose money when the market is down. So I bring you back to that same client I spoke with yesterday, who's 70 years old, already retired, and lost money even while in retirement. Why? His money is still in the market, variable. He's still losing. So the number one rule to money is never lose money. Uncle Warren Buffett said it best, never ever lose money. And I think especially when we're already retired, we should never be losing any money in retirement. The third rule deals with your index option. Index options are only offered by life insurance companies, and not every life insurance company either offers this type. This is a vehicle. When you put your money inside, it is safe. It is going to be safe. And it's also going to grow. You will never, ever lose a penny. Understand that index strategy is where now you're controlling your future. You will never, ever lose money. Your money is guaranteed. It is safe. And this is a contract agreement between the insurance company and yourself. You don't have to worry about the stock market loss. You don't have to worry about what's going on with taxes. You're safely growing and protecting your money. And those are the 3 rules. So now that you know, how would you like to grow your money? Now, this opportunity is twofold. Some people will see it and say, you know what? I want to save my money. I want to grow my money. I want to be a client. Great. And there's going to be people like myself and Kate who are going to also see the potential to want to share this with your community, your church, your school, your neighbor, people at your job, right? So this is the business opportunity so that when you decide to come on board, understand that we are doing good for our community. We are teaching financial education. We are showing our community ways to protect their future financially. And at the end of the day, we're showing them how to save money, not spend. Everybody else wants us to spend. We want you to save. So when you help a client save $250 a month, which is $3,000 a year, training associate, this is the entry level. Everyone starts at the bottom, they work their way up. You come in, your first 30 days, you get your license, you're a training associate, you will make 30% of this $3,000, which is $900 per account. If you're an associate, now you're at a 45% contract level, which means you make $1,350. If you're marketing director, that means you have minimum 3 licensed agents. Now you're making $1,860. And if you're a senior marketing director, which means you have minimum 10 licensed agents, you're making $2,400 per account. Guys, this is somebody sitting with a client on a Zoom about 2 hours of your time based on your flexibility, your schedule, educating the client and showing them ways to save money. 2 hours of your time. What if this person can save more than $250? I have clients saving $300, $500, $1,000, $800, whatever. The more the clients save, the more you and I make. So the average senior marketing director can make anywhere between $86,000 to $1 million. Guys, as a professor, I will never ever make $1 million teaching at St. John University. Never, right? But here you can make $1 million in this business. And this is $1 million that's a 1099, not a W-2. As a W-2, about 30 to 40% of this is going to go to Uncle Sam in taxes. As a 1099, you control, right? And you get to keep more of this because you have a legit business that you can tax write off your expenses. So this is a proven agency, proven business that thrive when the economy are not doing well. Every day somebody is born. Every day somebody dies. Every day somebody gets sick. We can help those people every step of the way. I can sit with a newborn mom and show her exactly what to do to set up her newborn to be a millionaire. I can sit with a grandmother, show her how to protect her estate. So when she passes on, her entire legacy and estate goes to her family. And in between, I could help that 30, 40-year-old, showing them how to save for themselves. So when they get to age 65 or whatever is their retirement age, they can retire stress-free with more money than they can ever spend. And now I'm going to pass it back on to Kate, who will continue the second half.
Thank you, Odetta. Now, this is a new world for me. And right now I'm learning for myself so that I can share this knowledge with others. I'm learning ways to increase cash flow with multiple sources of income and managing my expenses. And on top of that, I am learning college planning, emergency funds, proper protection with life insurance, and long-term care, how to build wealth and also preserve wealth. And to close this up, I want to introduce you to, I was going to introduce you to my mentor, Vern, but I'm actually going to continue to share a little bit. Where am I going? Okay. We want to open the floor for any questions that you may have for Miss Odetta or myself. And we want to invite you also to take a few moments and fill out a short survey so that we can better serve you and meet your needs. We understand it's not a one-size-fits-all, but we have something for everyone. And personally, I just want to encourage those of you who feel like you may not have something to save right now. Someone I love and respect very much says, most people don't have a saving problem, they have a spending problem. And this is where we come in and support each other and help find those creative avenues, help find those ways to save. We can help you with that. We're creative people and we have creative companies. So we would really appreciate the opportunity to serve you in this way and tailor fit something for your needs. Can everyone see the survey in the chat? Is everyone able to go over there and click the link? Mama, my mama is here. Shout out to my mama, Carol Bunn. Are you able to click the link, Mom? I think so. Where is she? She's right up here. Okay. There she is. Hi, Mama.
Hi, sweetie.
Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for referring loved ones and sisters in the church and in the community. We want everyone to feel welcome. I know myself, 17 years ago, I went to some reputable financial firms and I needed at least $3,000 at that time just to sit down
Yeah.
to get an education. Those same firms, I get to work with them now, and I get to offer that education for free because God just loves his children and his people, and he makes a way. So we want to encourage you if you have questions to ask. Mom, can you see in the chat if everyone is able to click that link? Is it showing up?
Yeah, I'm filling it out right now and yeah, you touch that.
Awesome.
Let me see.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions they'd like to ask at this time?
She's having a problem getting to the survey. Erica.
Okay, thank you. That's helpful. Erica, we're going to send that link to your email, and I'll go follow up with you personally to make sure that you have opportunity to fill out that survey. Anyone who's struggling to fill out the survey, please let us know in the chat that you're not able to open up the link.
Okay,
And
so
I'll know to send you an email. And
oh,
we'll
I
get
got rid of the chat.
You're precious to God and precious to us. We hope you have a blessed day. Thank you all for coming. Odetta, thank you for honoring us with your presence and your leadership today. Everyone be sure to check out OdettaKing.com, her planner, her books, her videos. She's amazing. It's just amazing, just a gift to us.
Wait,
Thank you, Odetta. Thank you so much.
my last name? Fun.